The galaxy had always looked at humans as small, simple, and predictable. For centuries, alien civilizations measured themselves against each other, trading, fighting, and exploring new worlds, while Earth remained quiet and unnoticed. Humans had no massive fleets patrolling space. They had no flashy technology that the galaxy admired. They seemed ordinary. That was exactly what made them dangerous. On Earth, hidden deep within the asteroid belts of the outer solar system, humans worked tirelessly. Their cities above and below the surface of planets were busy, but the real work was far from the eyes of outsiders. Deep underground, in massive hidden chambers, engineers, scientists, and soldiers collaborated on something so ambitious it would change the galaxy forever. Planet-sized warships. These ships were not just large, they were enormous, as big as moons, with hulls capable of withstanding the firepower of entire fleets. They could travel at speeds faster than any known engine in the galaxy. They could deploy drones, energy shields, and weapons that were both precise and devastating. Despite their incredible size and power, these ships remained hidden. Earth built them inside artificial star systems and massive nebulae that masked their presence. Out in the galaxy, humans appeared ordinary, friendly, and cooperative, trading simple goods and helping other civilizations when it served mutual interests. Lieutenant Mara Vance walked along the dimly lit corridor of one of the largest hidden hangars. She paused to observe the newest ship, still under construction. Its surface gleamed with strange alloys, and its size was difficult to comprehend. From her vantage point, it looked like a small world floating in darkness. "It's beautiful," she whispered to herself. Her commanding officer, General K.L., approached. His face was stern, but his eyes betrayed pride. "It's more than beautiful, Mara. It's a statement. The galaxy thinks we are simple, fragile. But soon, they will see that we are far more than they imagined." Mara nodded. "Do you think they will ever know the truth before it's too late?" Kale's expression hardened. "No. They must remain unaware. Curiosity and fear will work in our favor. One wrong move, and the galaxy could destroy us before we are ready. Patience is our greatest weapon." Meanwhile, in a far corner of the galaxy, a young alien scout named Tarek drifted through space in his small reconnaissance craft. His mission was simple: survey human activity near the outer edges of known systems. Humans were generally peaceful traders, but some rumors whispered of strange constructions deep in uncharted space. Tarek's sensors detected something unusual near a dense nebula. A hidden structure, larger than any known human station, lay masked by layers of cloaking fields. He could not see details, but his curiosity was piqued. "This isn't ordinary," he muttered, adjusting his controls to get a better scan. His craft hummed as it moved closer, careful not to trigger any alarms. He wished he could send the information back immediately, but the nebula interfered with communications. He would have to report later. As Tarek drifted closer, a sudden pulse of energy hit his craft. Alarms blared. The alien tried to maneuver away, but it was too late. The ship barely escaped with minor damage, leaving him shaken. His sensors had only captured a glimpse, but what he saw was enough to make his blood run cold. The shadow of a ship that could dwarf entire cities, with weapon systems unlike anything he had ever imagined. Tarek returned to his homeworld, heart pounding. He warned his superiors. "Humans are not what we thought. They are building something enormous, something we are not ready for." Back on Earth, humanity continued its work, oblivious to the stir they were creating. Engineers tested propulsion systems that bent the laws of physics. Scientists perfected energy shields that could withstand impacts from stars. Soldiers trained to operate warship systems so complex that even the most advanced alien pilots would struggle to understand them. Despite this, humanity's public face remained unchanged. Earth's diplomats smiled in council meetings, negotiated trade agreements, and shared technology with friendly civilizations. On the surface, humans seemed ordinary, but behind closed doors, every human on these projects knew the truth. One day, the galaxy would see them differently. Inside the control room of a newly completed warship, Captain Lin Chen observed the holographic projection of the galaxy. Hundreds of star systems blinked in green, yellow, and red, representing civilizations, colonies, and fleets. Lin's eyes rested on the red markers, the areas of high danger. "General Kale," Lin said, "our reconnaissance shows that several civilizations are strengthening their fleets. Some are even moving toward our outer systems. Should we accelerate construction?" Kale leaned over the hologram. "Not yet. We wait. They must never suspect the size or scale of our fleet. We only reveal ourselves when the time is right. Humanity's strength is not in confrontation. It is in patience, strategy, and unity. One premature move could ignite war before we are ready." Mara watched the conversation quietly, her mind racing. Sometimes she wondered what it would feel like to show the galaxy the true power of humans. Would they surrender immediately, or would they fight blindly, only to be destroyed? She shook her head. The answer did not matter. Humans had chosen patience. That was enough. Days passed, and Tarek's warnings began spreading among other civilizations. Rumors of strange human activity grew, but no one could confirm the truth. The galaxy laughed at the idea that humans could build weapons of the scale Tarek described. Many dismissed it as fear-driven imagination. Others debated quietly, but there was no proof. Meanwhile, humans continued their work in silence. Mara walked through the corridors of the hidden hangars, observing assembly crews who worked like clockwork. Every system, every weapon, every shield was being perfected. Even the youngest technicians understood the importance of secrecy. One evening, Mara stood on the observation deck of the main warship, looking out into the void. Stars twinkled in the distance, and she imagined what the galaxy would look like when humans finally revealed themselves. Would other civilizations see them as monsters? Or as saviors? Would fear destroy trust? Or would awe inspire respect? A voice interrupted her thoughts. "Captain," Lin said, walking up beside her. "Do you ever wonder if the galaxy will ever truly understand us?" Mara smiled faintly. "Maybe not. But we don't need them to understand yet. We just need to be ready. One day, they will know. And when they do, they won't forget." The hidden warships continued to grow, one by one, each larger and more advanced than the last. Humans perfected technology the galaxy thought impossible. Energy shields that could withstand entire fleets. Engines that could move a city in seconds. Weapons that could disable enemy systems without harming civilians. Every day, the hidden fleet grew stronger. And every day, the galaxy remained unaware. And so, the stage was set. The galaxy continued its politics, trade, and wars, oblivious to the quiet, steady growth of a species it had underestimated. Humans were patient, clever, and united. They had chosen a path no one expected. Deep in the nebula, where the largest warship lay hidden, Mara whispered to herself once more, "We are ready. And the galaxy will never see us coming." The shadows of industry stretched across space, hiding humanity's true power. But even as the galaxy slept, rumors spread. Tarek's warnings would echo, doubts would grow, and curiosity would rise. Yet nothing could stop the work humans had begun. They were building more than ships. They were building a future where humanity would no longer be underestimated. The first part of the story ends here, with the galaxy still unaware, humans quietly perfecting their secret warships, and the tension building. The foundation for an awakening, for the moment when humans finally reveal themselves, is set. The galaxy had always assumed humans were harmless. They traded, explored, and occasionally helped with small-scale conflicts. But no one suspected the scale of their ambition. Deep in hidden nebulae and artificial star systems, the human fleet continued to grow. Its planet-sized warships, once only rumors, were now ready for the first tests of power. Captain Lin Chen stood on the observation deck of the flagship Titan's shield, the largest warship Earth had ever built. Below her, engineers checked weapon systems and reinforced the energy shields. The ship's hull shimmered with an alloy stronger than anything in known space. It was a floating fortress, capable of surviving attacks that could destroy entire planets. "Captain," Lieutenant Mara Vance reported, "our sensors detect several alien fleets near the Orion trade route. They are mobilizing, probably in response to Tarek's warnings." Lynn nodded. "Good. Let them prepare. It will make their surprise even greater." The human leadership had debated for decades about revealing their power. Some argued for diplomacy first. Others pushed for a strong, immediate display. But General Kale had chosen a third path: controlled demonstrations. Humans would reveal enough power to make the galaxy reconsider, without causing widespread destruction. Meanwhile, across the Orion trade route, alien fleets scrambled. Admiral Vore of the Karen Armada stared at his displays in disbelief. There is no way humans could build this. Not in secret. And yet, the readings are clear. Something massive is approaching. His second-in-command shook his head. "It must be a mistake, Admiral. Perhaps a natural anomaly?" Vore's eyes narrowed. "I've been in command for decades. I've seen anomalies. But nothing moves like this. Nothing hides like this. Humans, they are not what we thought." Back on Earth, humans prepared their first demonstration. A small fleet, disguised as a simple patrol, moved along a neutral corridor near the Orion trade route. Lynn watched the holographic display of alien positions. Hundreds of ships waited, unaware that the humans approaching them were backed by planet-sized warships hidden just behind the nebulae. "Engage demonstration protocol," Lynn ordered. The fleet's cloaking fields dissolved in an instant, revealing advanced energy shields, drone carriers, and weapon arrays. Alien ships scrambled to respond, firing their largest cannons, but their weapons had no effect. Human shields absorbed everything, leaving the attackers stunned. From his command tower, Admiral Vore could hardly believe his eyes. His sensors were detecting energy signatures and systems far beyond anything the galaxy had ever seen. "Retreat?" one of his officers asked. "Not yet," Vore growled. "We need to understand what we are facing. But this is terrifying." The humans' demonstration continued. Drones launched silently, disabling several alien vessels without harming their crews. Energy pulses dismantled weapon systems across the fleet, rendering the aliens powerless. Yet no ships were destroyed. The humans wanted fear and awe, not unnecessary bloodshed. Lieutenant Mara Vance watched the battle simulation with quiet satisfaction. "They'll never think we were ordinary again," she whispered. As news of the demonstration spread, panic rippled across the galaxy. Alien leaders scrambled fleets, formed alliances, and debated how to respond. Yet humans did not strike further. They held back, allowing the galaxy to witness their power and reconsider their assumptions. On Earth, General KL addressed his council. "The galaxy is finally waking up. They are beginning to understand that humans cannot be underestimated. But caution is still necessary. We are powerful, but we are not invincible. Patience remains our greatest weapon." Meanwhile, Tarek, the young alien scout who had first glimpsed a hidden human warship, watched reports of the demonstration in disbelief. "I warned them," he muttered. "I told them humans were not ready to be underestimated. And yet, I don't think anyone truly understands." Dotly, Tarek's homeworld convened an emergency council. Leaders argued and debated. Some wanted immediate retaliation. Others suggested diplomacy, but every plan seemed weak in comparison to the humans' overwhelming technology. Back on the human fleet, Mara walked along a corridor, observing the crew preparing for the next stage. "Do you ever worry we are revealing too much?" she asked Lynn. Lynn shook her head. "No. This is the point. Humans have waited centuries for this moment. The galaxy must see our power, but they must also see that we are not reckless. We are capable, disciplined, and united. That is what makes us dangerous." The second phase of humanity's plan involved subtle influence rather than direct confrontation. Humans began intervening in small conflicts across the galaxy, using their advanced technology to stop wars without killing. Ships appeared in disputed sectors, neutralizing weapons, stabilizing planets, and evacuating civilians. At first, alien civilizations were suspicious. They expected humans to exploit these interventions. But each time, humans acted with precision, fairness, and efficiency. Slowly, the galaxy began to take note. Humans were not only powerful, they were disciplined and moral. Humans are unlike anything we have faced, an alien diplomat admitted during a council meeting. They do not act out of fear, greed, or dominance. And yet, they hold the power to destroy entire fleets without firing a single shot. On Earth, Mara and Lynn watched these developments with quiet pride. Humans had waited, built their power, and finally shown the galaxy what patience and ingenuity could achieve. But they were not finished. The largest warships, still hidden in nebulae and secret star systems, prepared for the final phase, a visible presence that no civilization could ignore. As these massive vessels moved into positions near strategic sectors, the galaxy felt a shift in the balance of power. Admiral Vore of the Scaran Armada struggled to maintain control. "We cannot fight them," he admitted to his council. "We do not understand their technology. We cannot predict their moves. And yet, they are not attacking us. They are teaching us." Tarek, who had watched humans from the beginning, realized something. "They are not just strong," he whispered to himself. "They are different. They think differently. They plan differently. They win without fighting, simply by being human." In the human command room, Lin Chen and Mara Vance observed the galaxy carefully. Every move of alien fleets, every debate in councils, and every report from scouts like Tarek was analyzed. Humans were not simply displaying power, they were reshaping the galaxy's understanding of strength. General Kale summarized it best. "The galaxy has always measured power by aggression, numbers, and speed. Humans measure power by patience, unity, and intelligence. That is why they cannot understand us yet, and that is why they will never be ready." The part ends with a galaxy beginning to wake from its centuries-long underestimation of humans. Rumors, awe, and fear spread, alliances form, and humans prepare for the final reveal. Planet-sized warships that would make the galaxy rethink its place in the universe. Humans had shown their first true power not through destruction, but through strategic brilliance. They had turned the galaxy's underestimation into their greatest weapon, and the galaxy, for the first time, began to realize that humans were not a simple species. They were a force to be respected, feared, and admired. The galaxy had been warned. Rumors, sightings, and controlled demonstrations had spread fear and awe, but nothing prepared the civilizations of the stars for what humanity was about to reveal. Hidden for centuries, planet-sized human warships began to move from their secret bases, emerging from nebulae and artificial star systems. They were enormous, vast as moons, and bristling with technology far beyond any known science. Captain Lin Chen stood on the bridge of the flagship Titan's shield, overlooking the massive holographic map of the galaxy. Hundreds of hidden ships were now in position, each prepared to act at a moment's notice. "General Kale," Lin said, "our fleet is in position. The galaxy is watching. Are we ready?" Kale nodded. "We have waited for centuries for this moment. Today, the galaxy will see humanity not as ordinary, but as a force beyond imagination. Remember, Lin, we do not seek conquest. We seek recognition, respect, and stability. The galaxy will have no choice but to acknowledge our place." Meanwhile, alien civilizations were in chaos. The Scaran Armada, the Dralax Syndicate, and the United Systems of Varelia scrambled to understand the unprecedented display. Messages flooded their networks. ships appearing where none should exist, energy readings beyond comprehension, and defenses capable of neutralizing entire fleets without a single casualty. Admiral Vor of the Scaran Armada stared at the holographic feeds in disbelief. They have fleets the size of planets. They can strike anywhere, at any time. And yet, they do not attack. They only exist. His second-in-command, trembling, asked, "What do we do, Admiral?" Vor's eyes hardened. "We survive. And we learn. But humanity, they are not like anything we've faced before." Sid. On Earth, humans moved carefully. Lin Chen directed the flagship, coordinating movements with other massive vessels. Drones patrolled the edges of key sectors, demonstrating defensive strength. Energy shields rippled over strategic planets, and weapon arrays hovered silently, ready but unused. Every display was designed to impress and intimidate, not to destroy. Lieutenant Mara Vance walked the observation deck with a sense of quiet pride. "The galaxy finally sees us," she said. "After centuries, they know humans are different. They know we cannot be underestimated." Lin Chen smiled. "And they are only beginning to understand. Today is not about war. Today is about showing that humanity is patient, clever, and united. That is our greatest strength." Across the galaxy, leaders began to convene emergency councils. Some sought alliances against humanity. Others realized that resistance was futile. Entire fleets were powerless against the human warships. Rumors of humanity's discipline, strategic brilliance, and moral restraint spread quickly. On the planet of Voralis, the High Council debated frantically. "We cannot fight them," one counselor admitted. "Our fleets, our weapons, nothing can match their technology. Yet they do not attack. They do not even threaten us directly. What do they want?" Another counselor replied, "They want respect, recognition. They have shown us that power without wisdom is meaningless. Humans have patience, humans have intelligence, and humans will make us see it." Tarek, the alien scout who first discovered the hidden fleet, watched in awe. He had warned the galaxy. Yet no one had listened. Now, as humans revealed themselves fully, he understood something deeper. "They are not just strong," he whispered to himself. "They are visionaries. They think differently. They plan differently. They win without fighting." The final demonstration came when the largest human warship, the Leviathan, emerged from a dense nebula near a major star cluster. Its presence alone was enough to stop commerce, travel, and military movements across the sector. Entire civilizations paused, staring at a single, enormous structure that resembled a small world in space. From the command deck of the Leviathan, Lin Chen addressed the galaxy via secure communication channels. Her voice echoed across countless networks. "People of the galaxy, humanity has hidden its strength for centuries. We did not do so out of fear, but out of patience and wisdom. We have built technology beyond your understanding, not to dominate, but to protect, to stabilize, and to prevent unnecessary conflict. Know this: humans are capable, disciplined, and united. Underestimating us is no longer an option. Respect, cooperation, and intelligence will guide the future. Humanity is ready to lead, not by force, but by example." The message spread like wildfire. Across the galaxy, citizens and leaders alike stopped to consider what had been said. Humans were not tyrants. They were not conquerors. Yet they were now the most powerful force in the galaxy. Some civilizations tried to resist. Small fleets launched probes and minor attacks. All failed. Humans' shields absorbed every assault, and their countermeasures neutralized the threats without harming anyone. The galaxy realized that humanity had mastered the art of controlled power, the ability to stop enemies without cruelty, to demonstrate strength without unnecessary destruction. On Earth, General Kale watched reports of reactions across the galaxy. "They are learning," he said quietly. "They see that strength without wisdom is meaningless, and humans, We'll show them that strength with unity and patience can change everything. Captain Lin Chen and Mara Vance stood side by side on the observation deck, watching the galaxy react. "Do you think they will ever truly understand us?" Mara asked. Lin smiled, maybe not fully. "But they will never forget us. And that is enough. Humanity has waited centuries for this moment. We have shown the galaxy that patience, intelligence, and unity make us unstoppable." In the following weeks, humans solidified their place in the galaxy. Alien civilizations approached Earth for alliances, trade, and knowledge sharing. Many were humbled. Some were still fearful, but every civilization realized the same truth. Humanity had reshaped the balance of power. The galaxy learned a lesson it had long ignored. Strength was not measured by aggression or numbers alone. It was measured by patience, intelligence, and unity, the qualities that humans had cultivated for centuries. Even Tarek, now a representative of his civilization, came to Earth. "I underestimated humans," he admitted to Kale. "I thought you were ordinary. I was wrong. You have changed the galaxy without firing a single shot." Kale nodded. "That was always the plan. Strength is useless if it cannot inspire respect and order. Humanity's power is not just in technology. It is in how we use it." As the galaxy adjusted to its new reality, humans continued their work. New fleets were built, new technology perfected, and alliances strengthened. Humanity had revealed its strength, but it had not finished growing. The universe was vast, and there were still mysteries to explore, systems to stabilize, and civilizations to guide. Mara Vance looked out at the stars, feeling a sense of pride unlike any other. "We have waited so long for this moment," she whispered. "And now, the galaxy knows. They know what humans can do." Lin Chen placed a hand on her shoulder. "Yes. And this is only the beginning. Humanity will continue to grow, to learn, and to inspire. One day, the galaxy will remember this as the moment when humans became the force it could no longer ignore. From hidden corners of the galaxy to the largest cities on Earth, the truth settled in. Humans were no longer underestimated. They were not conquerors. They were visionaries, protectors, and pioneers. They had turned patience into power, intelligence into influence, and unity into a force that reshaped the galaxy forever. The story ended not with a battle, but with understanding, awe, and respect. The galaxy had learned the hard way that humanity was unlike any other civilization, and as humans looked to the stars, they knew the future was theirs to shape not through destruction, but through brilliance, courage, and unwavering patience. The hidden warships continued to patrol the galaxy, ready for threats, but also serving as symbols. Symbols of what a united species, clever and patient, could achieve. The galaxy had changed. Humanity had won not by weapons alone, but by proving that intelligence, patience, and unity could surpass even the greatest fears of the universe. And in the silent corridors of the Titan's shield, Mara and Lin watched the stars, knowing the galaxy would never be the same again.